Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm sitting alongside Brandy Bosworth and Lori Van Zant from the Ogden Nature Center, and you're a gardener who's going to be featured, I shouldn't say featured. What's the correct word for what you guys are doing this week?
I'm a landscape designer.
Landscape designer.
Yeah, and
That's right.
I host a garden tour fundraiser for the Ogden Nature Center. And that's going to be happening July 14th.
All right, so let's talk about this thing, because this tour is pretty awesome. This is a little unusual for, I don't know that there's a lot of places doing this, and this is pretty neat.
Do you know, it is pretty neat because, well, it's really special for homeowners to open their garden gates to the public, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot of commitment and a lot of work to do that, and so we're very fortunate to have 9 gardens on the tour this year.
Wow.
And Laurie has designed some of them, or all of them?
Some of them,
Some of them.
Not all
and
of
her
them,
work is amazing, so that's a lucky part of it as well.
I've got a really bad piece of land right behind me that really needs to be designed. You feel like coming down and doing it?
I'd be happy to do it.
I'd love to use I'd like to find a little part of that where I can
Come
grow
on
some
a tour
tomatoes.
and you'll get some good ideas.
Okay, that sounds like an ideal plan. I'll come up there if you plan to come down and help me out a little.
Absolutely, I would do that.
That's ideal. It's a little too far for people to tour mine though, so we'll leave that aside. But what's it like when you're looking at these other people's gardens? And this is looking at what their skill in growing, but also the way they lay it out and kind of the plan as well.
I'm going to let Laurie answer that. She's the pro.
All right.
Actually.
There's 9 really different gardens this year. Some of them are small, some of them are big. We have a commercial organic farm on the garden tour this year too. They are all laid out, so they have rooms, there's lots of plants, there's flowers. We're going to have music in the gardens, and
oh, really?
Food in the gardens, and art in the gardens. It's a really fun experience.
It sounds
it's
that
a really
way.
nice day, yeah.
Well, I have to say that I am a big believer in growing your own. I mean, it's such an important thing, because any longer we have, I hate to say this, I'm not a fan of the tomato in a grocery store. I just say, I really wish they'd quit growing hydroponic tomatoes.
Nothing like
They
those
need to go. Yeah, they're over as far as I'm concerned. They taste like foam. They look like foam. They're disgusting. And a good tomato should get you right here. Should hurt right there, right underneath your ear. You should feel it. And you're only going to get that if you're growing on your own, right?
Right.
And so you've got, I'm assuming we've got some special varieties of things that we don't typically see too, or is it? I mean,
well, these are more residential gardens.
They're residential, so yeah.
Some of them have vegetable gardens in them, but that's not the focus of them. So,
okay.
Gosh, I think actually most of them have vegetable gardens in them, so they do grow their own in them.
But a lot of flowers and things
it's
as well.
flowers and water features and swimming pools and fire pits and
wow.
fireplaces and meditation gardens and
that's terrific.
Natural garden, native gardens, the whole thing, yeah. So
I think
everything. One of the great things about Laurie's designs is she uses a lot of Utah native plants and water-wise plantings, and so I think if you're looking to transform your own landscape and head that way, you'll see a lot of neat ideas.
Well, you see my own lack of knowledge in this, in the way in which we think of gardens. Typically, people think only one way: food.
Right.
And I'm a guy; that's how I think, right? So it's kind of neat to hear. Yeah, you've definitely got something way different than that. And I'm kind of a philosopher, so the idea of having a place where I can go and meditate is a good plan.
Yeah.
I like that an awful
Yeah.
lot. But there's so much more. That's just really terrific.
Yeah, one of the gardens has a hedge maze, 100-foot by 100-foot square hedge maze. It has a giant, like you've seen maybe the chess boards, the big oversized chess boards.
Yeah.
This one's a Sorry game. There's swimming pools in several of the, with spas. Several of them have pools and spas, and great mountain views. A couple of them are right on Pine View Reservoir, so they have amazing views of Snow Basin and
oh, that's terrific.
Of Pine View. Yeah, it's really nice.
What's the drive between each of these?
They're all up in the Ogden Valley. They go from Liberty. There's some in Liberty, some in Eden, and some in Huntsville. I would say it's
about 45 minutes on some?
No, probably 25 minutes
That's not
from
bad.
the furthest to the closest. And it's a self-guided tour, so you can pick up a map and go to any of the gardens in any order that you want.
That's really terrific.
And some of them are pretty close to each other,
Yeah.
so I think totally doable.
Yeah, it sounds that way. Now, the dates on this are, again?
So it's Saturday, July 14th, and it's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., so you have a nice 6-hour spread to enjoy. But like Laurie said, there's more than than just the gardening in the gardens. There's an artist, musician, and a little food taste in every garden. So it's really a fun day.
Yeah.
It sounds just great.
And then all the proceeds go to the Ogden Nature Center.
Which is really appreciated. As you know, Ogden Nature Center operates on pretty much a shoestring budget. We're a nonprofit organization, and we do environmental education. So really love the garden tour because it helps us out. It's a good part of our budget.
Well, let's talk about the Ogden Nature Center because there's so much to talk about there. I mean, I've been up there many times just to see birds and things like that, but there's so much more. What is the mission?
Yeah,
entirely?
so the mission is to unite people with nature and to foster environmental stewardship in our community. And we do that through the core of what we do is education programs. So field trips that come to the center, we see thousands upon thousands of school children every year. And we teach the core of environmental education and sciences. And during the summer, super busy at the Nature Center. Of course, we're open to the public. We have 152 acres, 1.5 miles of walking trails. 2 of Utah's greenest buildings are on our campus. And of course, we have birds of prey and all native Utah species. So I think our desert tortoise has been here.
Yeah, he was. Laser.
Yep. We've got snakes, tarantulas, eagles.
I can go without the snakes.
We'll bring in a snake next.
Yeah, that's really okay.
Next month, we're bringing the snake.
You probably didn't see our story yesterday, but we had a story of a bald eagle that that's become accustomed to collecting its fish from fishermen.
Oh,
so instead of doing the work on its own, just waits till they bring it on the line and then whammo.
I've seen pelicans do that, but I haven't ever seen an eagle do that.
Pretty terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, speaking of pelicans, I was sad to see that with the fire out at Rose Canyon in that area, that there were a whole lot of pelicans flying around my hometown looking for a place to land.
Wow.
Because they'd come south, and now it was like, well, where do we go? Because they couldn't get through all that smoke.
Yeah, pelicans
crazy.
are pretty unique in Utah because oftentimes people think of pelicans as just shorebirds or coastal. So if you see brown pelicans, that's a coastal, and white pelicans are inland. So you'll see white pelicans in Utah.
Yeah, I saw a lot of them. There were probably, I'm going to say, there were at least 200.
Wow.
It was a significant number.
That's
It was really crazy. So, but I love the wildlife, and I think that, we had a great time with the tortoise, with Laser. I could deal without the snakes, but the things that are up there are just terrific. I mean, it's such a great opportunity to educate your kids on nature.
Yeah, fun little tidbit. Salt Lake City Magazine rated our nature camps as the best summer camps in Utah.
Wow.
And so those are going on all summer long. Still some spots open. Some of the camps are totally sold out, but there's still spots in several of the camps. And the camps range, so there's something for ages 2 through 16, and some of them are week-long camps, and some of them you can just pop in for a day. So full schedules on our website.
That's great. What's the website address?
Website is ogdennaturecenter.org. And that's also where you'll land for garden tour information. You can buy tickets for the garden tour and get a full rundown of every garden. It's all on the website.
Oh,
and then I thought quickly I'll mention that we have a summer concert in August. Horse Feathers will be here.
Pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
What are the dates on that?
That's August 9th.
Yeah, as I recall, we have plans to make them sing happy birthday to me, which is
awesome. Very good.
So I plan on being there for that.
So also we want to offer a few tickets for you guys to give away.
That's right. All right.
To the garden tour?
Yeah. How many are we going to be giving away here?
Let's give away 2 pair.
All right. So we're going to give away 2 pair of tickets to the garden tour. And how we're going to do this is, if you go to our Facebook site, I'm going to judge the most unique post of why you should be going to this. So if you want to go onto our Facebook page, if you haven't already liked us, you need to make sure you do it, and then post a unique reason why you and your friend should be going to the garden tour. And if it just happens that you're just the most tremendous gardener in the world, and that's why you think you should go, maybe that'll make you a winner. Maybe it won't. We'll see. So,
awesome.
All right. Well, that's just terrific. Well, I want to thank again Lori Van Zandt. And your company is Ardent Garden Landscape and Design.
The Ardent Gardener Landscape.
Ardent Gardener Landscape Design. I'm batting 1,000 there with you.
Right.
I'm sorry about that. And then Brandy Bosworth, the PR coordinator for Ogden Nature Center. So pleased to have you guys on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Really enjoy it, and looking forward to coming up there and checking out the gardens. And
I hope you do.
You can count on it. I'll be there.
Great.
So.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good to meet you.
We'll be back with more of the Mountain Morning Show. Don't go anywhere.